Well, one of the most exciting elements about developing the type of product we do is when you get to bring a sense of interpretation or storytelling to the endeavor. And this year we got the rights to do Conan dioramas in a way that was not to be based on previously done artwork. It was our mandate that we were to create images or dioramas that really kind of reflected aspects of the Conan literature. So this gave us a tremendously open palette to interpret the Conan character in a way that I don't know that we have many other examples of outside of our Sideshow originals line. So we were able to kind of come at this from the same angle as our Sideshow originals, where we can start instead of, again, where we're sort of having to take a piece of art or take a piece of cinema and start to copy and distill out parts. We can instead take a step back and think about, well, what's the story we want to tell? So in this particular diorama, we wanted to do a piece that we've come to title Conan's Prize, where Conan has always been characterized as a hero, as a thief, sometimes as a little bit of a cad. So in this particular piece, we wanted to show him in a scene where he's got a girl thrown over his shoulder and he's on the run. Now the interpretation of whether or not he's saving her or abducting her is somewhat unclear, and we're kind of leaving that up to the viewer to sort of decide. And I think that's kind of part of the fun, because I think everyone has sort of a slightly different aspect of Conan that they latch onto. And I think this piece gives people an opportunity to kind of experience it their own way. The piece was conceived and designed with Pablo Vigiano, and it was sculpted by Pablo Sapia and Pablo Vigiano and his team in Argentina. And it was brought together in a pretty incredible way, because this piece, being that there are two characters involved in this diorama, but they're, one's sort of thrown over the top of the other, the issue of balance of the piece was one of the big compositional elements we kind of had to fight, because what we wanted to sort of show was that, Conan, could throw somebody over his shoulder and it was as insignificant in regards to weight or his ability to carry something as if it were, a pillow full of feathers. So we wanted to show him sort of bounding over some ruined architecture. He's got, a giant axe in one hand. He's just festooned with weapons and whatnot. So it really looks like wherever he went to get this done, he came armed for bear. There's just some great expression in this piece too. I mean, Conan just has this wolfish intensity that really looks like he's just, like an asteroid hurtling through space. Anything that's going to get in his way is just going to be destroyed, which any Conan fan knows is definitely the way it's going to play out. And the gal that he's got thrown over his shoulder is kind of arcing over her back, trying to get a look at where is this going, since she has a sense of sort of damsel in distress. Am I being rescued, or am I being taken off to be enslaved somewhere else? Who knows? The paintwork that we'll be doing in the end will also be something where we're trying to really kind of push the theatrical and the painterly aspect of the way we're going to represent this piece. So rather than just sort of paint it like it looks like it's realistic, we want to bring that heightened sense of style that all these famous painters that have dealt with the Conan character have brought to their pieces. We want to bring to ours. I think this is going to be another one of those pieces that really comes at people in a way that gives them a chance to kind of enjoy the interpretation and kind of play the story for themselves.